For today's book, we're going to enjoy Ninja Red Riding Hood. You may have a connection to Little Red Riding Hood or even to the Three Ninja Pigs. So follow those connections, but also during the reading, I'd love for you to think about the settings. Where in the story has she gone? We're not going to do time settings today, we're going to do place settings. Where did Red Riding Hood or Ninja Red Riding Hood go? Ninja Red Riding Hood. As I read the story, I want you guys to be thinking of the setting. We're not going to do time setting today, we're going to do place settings. Where did it happen in the story? Ninja Red Riding Hood. Corey Rosen Swartz is the author and wrote the words. Illustrated by Dan Sannett. He did the pictures by drawing them, painting. Once upon a ninja-filled time, a wolf couldn't catch any prey. He kept getting licked by the dinner he picked and was growing more ticked by the day. His belly was aching for bacon. "I'm wasting away," he complained. To huff and to puff was no longer enough. So he snuck into school to be trained. Where is he right now? He practiced his katas for hours and mastered the whirlwind and wheel. He jackknifed and flipped, and at last fell equipped to once again catch a good meal. Drooling with anticipation, he set off in search of some meat. While deep in the wood, he met Riding Hood. "I'm bringing my Grammy a treat." Then Wolf licked his chops when he saw her and hastily thought up a plan. "There are blossoms that way. You can pick a bouquet to give to your little old gran." Then the wolf took a shortcut to Grandma's, where he thought that he'd find her in bed. But Granny was gone, so he put her robe on and eagerly waited for Red. Soon after, he heard someone knocking. He called out, "My dear, come on in." "Oh, don't you look good in your lovely red hood, but a shame that you've gotten so thin." Little Red took a look at her granny and said, "What on earth did you do? I could swear that your eyes have completely changed size. Hey, Granny, are you sure that it's you?" "Of course it is me, my sweet darling. The better to see you, my dear." "And your ears are so long. Something really seems wrong." "Oh, my girl, all the better to hear." "And those biceps, my gosh, they look massive. And your triceps and delts are immense." "The better for hugging," her grandma said, shrugging. "Dear Red, that's just plain common sense." "And those teeth, they look so much sharper." "Why, yes, all the better to chew." He jumped out of bed to gobble up Red, but she'd gone to ninja school too.
Where are they? She grappled and sideswiped and twisted, and escaped from his clutches unscratched. She attempted a lock, but he managed to block. They appeared to be evenly matched. Just then, they both heard someone chopping. A woodsman? Red thought. But instead, it was Granny in her gi. She'd just come from Tai Chi. Don't you dare harm a hair on her head. The wolf took a swing at that instant, but Red definitely dodged the attack. She got a good grip, threw him over her hip, and the wolf wandered up flat on his back. I'll skedaddle, the wolf said in anguish as he struggled back up on his feet. Just a second, you beast. You will not be released till you promise to give up red meat. Though his tummy still rumbled with hunger, the wolf faced his rival and vowed, Ninja Red, you have won. My meat days are done. Oh, Red John, said Gran, I'm so proud. Then Red and the wolf bowed politely, and Gran gave him half her peach pie. The wolf was a mess. He'd had way too much stress. I guess I'll give yoga a try. He enrolled at the Downward Dog Center, where his tension began to decrease. He studied with yogis, said no to meat hoagies, and felt, at last, truly at peace. And that's the end of Ninja Red Riding Hood.
So I asked you guys to follow along with the settings in Ninja Red Riding Hood. The story started out with a wolf, and you couldn't really tell where he was at until he snuck into ninja school. From there, we go out and we see the wolf and Ninja Red Riding Hood in the forest. From the forest, they move into Grandma's house. Now, a lot happened in Grandma's house, and just a little bit happened in one more place after Grandma's house. Remember the wolf? He wanted to relax. He needed to get rid of some stress. He went to the Downward Dog Center, where he studied with yogis and ate no meat hoagies. Cool, you guys. See y'all later.